Let me give you a Bible philosophy that teaches how to get whatever you want. It says, ask, end of notes.
You have not, because you ask not.
It says ask, and what? A guy ought to look into that. Asking starts a unique process. I don't even know how it works. All I know is it works.
You could be poor and become rich. He's just waiting on you to ask him. I dare you. Believe in God. I dare you.
There's a lot of things you don't need to know how. Just work them.
Ask and believe and see if you don't receive.
Faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. I don't need faith for what I can see. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command. And most of what you're worried about is what is visible. But what you need to understand, what made what is visible is invisible. Seek him. I live my life to seek him. I am in pursuit of God. His thoughts are above my thoughts, but I came to seek him. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened unto you. Are there any God seekers left? I see the crowd seekers. I see the money seekers, but are there any God seekers left? I can't find God seekers and say, all I want is you.
Now listen to me. God don't give you what you want. He give you what you believe.
How do you receive it? Believe it. You cannot receive what you don't believe. Sow it and you'll reap it. Not if you don't believe it. You can sow all day long. You'll never reap any higher than what you believe.
Now there's two ways to ask, two ways. Here's number one. Ask with intelligence. Don't mumble. You don't get anything by mumbling. Define what you want and describe what you want. Goals become like a magnet, and the better you describe them, the more they pull. Here's number two. Ask with faith. Believe you can get what you want like a child. Make plans like an adult and believe in them like a child. Just try it for 90 days. Just try it.
Some of you don't feel worthy of the harvest. Some of you self-sabotage the harvest. And though your actions are saying one thing, your belief system is saying another. Without faith, it's impossible to get this thing to work. Somebody just shout, I believe. Just because you're a believer doesn't mean you need to jump off a cliff. Doesn't mean you need to take unnecessary risks. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do everything you could do to take care of yourself. Even then, Satan was trying to get Jesus to take unnecessary risks to prove who he was. You never have to prove who you are when you know who you are. I don't care what they call you. I don't care how they troll you. You got to know who you are. You can't need the endorsement of people who don't even know you.
Your attitude is, if I have to believe my whole life, I'm not going to stop believing. I'm going to keep pursuing what God put in my heart. If you give up every time things don't go your way, you didn't want it bad enough.
And I'm saying to you, if you've had life snatch the rug out from under you, it's not over until you win. Know that. Be with that. You about to take off now. You about to go to another level now.
If you're going to see what you're believing for, you have to be willing to do what other people won't do.
Look at somebody and tell them it'll work if you work it. I'm so sick of these. I tried it and it didn't work. It won't work while you sit on your behind. It won't work while you sit up and play with your teeth. It'll work if you work it. Whatever it is you are trying to build, if you won't sacrifice for it, if you won't sweat for it, you don't have the right to get it. You have not got the right. You think you can wish your way up. You cannot wish your way up. Remember these words. It will work if you work it.
No matter how smart you are, nothing much happens in terms of results until you put it into action. Yes, we need to be dreamers. Yes, we need to be architects for the future. But the architect can draw all day long, but unless somebody is willing to lay bricks, so get going.
God said in Psalms that He will lead us down the best path for our lives. But it's not going to happen automatically. We have to go to Him and say, God, show me my assignment. Show me where to go. Asking for wisdom, that's an act of surrender. To say, God, I can't do this on my own. I need your help. Make the path clear.
My prayer is, Lord, give me this if it's for my highest good. If not, give me its equivalent or something better.
But too often, we make our plans without consulting God. Then we ask Him to bless those plans. The right way is to ask God first. Too many times, we're trying to do things only in our own strength. That's going to limit us. God can see things that you can't see. He knows where the danger is, where the dead ends are. You have an advantage. I live by this principle. Never meet with other people before you meet with God. Not only will your day go better, but God will keep you from making mistakes. A lot of people these days, they're too prideful. Think, I don't need any help. Think about where you could be if you'd start acknowledging God. Think about the opportunity, the doors you couldn't open, but God can open. Start getting your daily direction. Joel, I've overcome this problem before. I'm going to use the same tactics. Sometimes the old way doesn't work. Stay open for change. Be willing to try something new. Have the attitude, God, I'm ready for new things. If you don't innovate, you will evaporate. The world is changing. Somebody wants your job. Somebody wants your dreams. You can't afford to do things the same way. You'll get left behind. God has daily favor, daily wisdom. If you'll stay open, He'll lead you into the fullness of your destiny. God wants us to rely on Him, not some formula. On purpose, God changes the method so we'll have to go to Him for our daily bread. When you rely on Him, He'll take you from victory to victory. We've all fought battles where we didn't come out the way we thought. Maybe it was because we didn't inquire of the Lord. Before we make big decisions, go to God for daily direction. It would save us a lot of heartache and pain. That's why you need to go to Him before you get involved with people. Do yourself a favor and consult with the Lord, because people are not always who they say they are. You're not going to make the best decisions if you're not consulting with the Lord. If you'll develop this habit of going to God, I believe and declare God is going to lead you down the best path for your life, bring the right people, and take you to the fullness of your destiny. You may have gotten off course, but God is saying, I'm still going to bless you. You're still going to fulfill your destiny. I don't see anything happening right now, but God, I know what you promised me is still right on schedule. And sometimes God will let you run out of what you need, so you'll have to depend on Him. When you come to the end of your ability, then there's room for God's favor. He's going to bless you in spite of your mistakes. It's just the goodness of God. Quit believing those lies that you can't accomplish your dreams. Look what you've done. What God promised you is still on the way. Start believing again.